Hi guys, it's Zelda by Alicia. I'm sorry I haven't really made a video in like over a year, but I just wanted to make this quick video about how I cut my scene, emo, alternative hair, whatever you want to call it. Um, I'm just gonna trim it right now, but I'll explain to you guys what I do to make it look like this. Okay, so what I started as, most girls usually have their hair either like not as much bangs, so something somewhat like this, which is like how I used to have it, but then I got tired of it. So what you want to do if you're starting out with something like this is bring as much hair from the back to the front as possible. So you see how some girls kind of have the divided line, something like that. I just took a hairbrush and go like that. Now if this is like your first time cutting it, you're gonna have like hair all in your face. So what I do is I really just focus on the bangs, because bangs are what really catch people's attention about it. And usually like you can get your hair layered at like a hair salon or something. So what I do is I put the rest of my hair back. Because I don't really need to focus on that. And so then you just kind of have the hair all over your face. I recommend, if you're going to do this haircut, straighten your hair, because usually I straighten my hair, so that's how I make sure I style it right and stuff. Because if your hair is like wavy-ish and you cut it shorter than what you really think it is, or longer, it's going to be not very good. So here, see how much hair you have? And you should have like this bald spot. I have mine like all the way back here. And that's usually like the dividing system of your hair. I use a shaving razor only because it doesn't make the hair look super straight like when you use scissors and stuff, but you can use scissors too as long as you like do that up and down cutting thing. And you can also like use one of those professional shaving / scissors things from Sally's. I heard they're only like $5, but I'm broke as bitch, so use a shaving razor, and I usually see if the length itself is okay, and then I kind of like just divide the hair into layers, so that way it gives a more spikier effect, I guess. If I look up, it's because I'm looking at my mirror. Okay. So this part is kind of like hanging down, so I'm just gonna like kind of divide it at first and focus on this side more. Get my razor and then just cut it like if there was side bangs, I guess. This part's always wavier because when I straighten it, I don't really focus on it as much. This also thins out your hair, so make sure you're not going to cut it like that. Cut it to the side as if you're using my scissors. Well, since my hair is already kind of short right now, we're only going to focus on that. So I just make another layer. And again, when you're doing this haircut, it's very like uneven. So if you cut your hair like this and then you go to a hairstylist to like say get it done for like a nice occasion, they're gonna be like, what the fuck did you do to your hair? I get that so much. So after that's done, kind of look at the parts that look longer than the original part, and you just sort of cut it shorter, or like what I like to do is go in random directions so it looks like it's spikier and like more layers in it. If I look up some right here. Okay. Again, I do like the most 3 layers because I kind of don't want to go any more than that because that's just what I'm used to, and I would like to stick to my comfort zone. Well, I guess until I had my spastic moment and decided to change everything in my hair. Okay. So the top layer is really long right now, and I hate how it just looks like that, like just matted on. So I'm just gonna go around and cut random sections off. Now in my hair you might not notice that much change, only because my hair is already like this. So it's like, what is she doing? I can't really see. But in my mind, I'm fixing it. Just parts of my hair. If you have like lighter brown or blonde hair, it also helps out more because when it hits the sunlight, it'll see like the specific areas that are spikier than others. Since my hair is very black, you can't really see it as much unless you're like really as close, and I'm the kind of person that doesn't really like to do much in the mornings. Okay, so after this part's done, you want to like, usually like I said, when you have like the normal hairstyle, you have all this hair just right there. I usually get some hair that's like in front of my ear to make it the spikier part, and since this part's not really enough, I get more. Right than usual. And you know how that's really long? That's probably how it is when you're first gonna cut it. And then what you do is, I like to make it look like it's all connected. So I make sure it's like short and then long and then long. When I first did this, it looked like just little straws pointing out. So be careful. Make sure to cut it a little longer than you think, so that way if you want to cut it shorter, it's easier. If you cut it short and you don't like it, then you're screwed and you have to wait. Unless you have magical long hair. Just like that. And that way you can go like that with your hair. So now that the bangs are done, you kind of just let your hair down. And see if you want to make layers on your own. Which I kind of recommend you don't, only because I sucked at it. But if you have that much faith in yourself, you do what the wind is telling you to do. So if you want to do them by yourself, I can show you, or at least what I do. I kind of just guesstimate and go with it. Like, my bangs ended somewhere here, so that means my layers are gonna somewhat appear over here. So just cut a little bit off. And again, make sure you're not really like thinning it, but trying to cut it as much as possible. And then, I guess, well, that's basically it for me because I don't really want to cut as much right now. But, if you want like the spikiness or stir effect, what you do is like you just kind of go short into it and then like let it go slightly. So that way it looks somewhat like Scary effect, I guess. Well, that's it for me right now, because I don't really need anything, and I'm more terrified of trying something out and making sure it might not work. Parent consent's always alright. I didn't ask my parents for permission and they kind of freaked the fuck out, which is understandable because I am a minor. So, yeah. I guess that's it. If you have anything you want me to answer or anything to do, comment, like, subscribe, whatever that, all that shit and stuff. Clean up the mess, and I think you should be good. Holler at Anthony. Shit's amazing. Okay. Well, bye guys.